Good morning. Welcome to my heartseed garden. I want to show you my basil plant today. This plant has been growing since the beginning of the summer, probably spring, and I planted it when it was really little. It grew into this beautiful, tall, fragrant, healthy plant. Um, so it's the September here in Texas, and this plant, basil, is not going to survive through the winter, even though the weather is pretty warm and the winters are mild here in Texas. However, it's not going to survive. Um, so I want to preserve and collect as much as I can now so that I can use it throughout the winter. So I will be collecting seeds. As you can see, I collected some of them earlier today. I just cut off the dry flowering tips, and inside each one of these are tiny little black seeds. And I preserve them, and I can plant them in the spring. Some of the tips are still fresh and blooming, and you don't have to cut them off unless you want to use them for your tea, for your spices, in pesto sauces. Um, I mean, the uses are plentiful. So this is my beautiful, beautiful, and very fragrant basil plant. It is really tall. It was growing all summer long. So some of the flowers already bloomed, and they really dry right now and ready to be collected for seeds. As you can see, this one is ready. This one is still blooming, so it's not really ready. We will wait till it's dry. These are still fresh and has little flowers on it. This one is dry. So you have to look for the ones that are really, really dry, and then we can separate those seeds from the plant and collect them for the future planting. I'll show you how easy it is to separate the seeds from the stem. So as you can see, this is a dry stem, and the seeds are all attached, and they're easy. It's very easy to take them off. So you kind of just move them around with your fingers, and they just fall off. And then you can scrape along the stem, and they just easily fall off. And then you just do the same thing with the rest of them. So you can scrape them, and they just come off. So now that you have all the seeds, they're located, the little black seeds of basil, they're inside this little pod, dry pod. It's actually just chaff that you can just easily break. And inside, they're tiny black seeds. The tiny black seeds like that. So if you want to plant them right away, to give it a quicker start, you can separate them from the chaff. If you just want to store them for the winter and plant them in the spring, because basil is not going to survive the cold weather, then you can just store them as is, covered in a dry, cool place. And then they'll be ready to plant when you're ready. I want to show you what the dry flowering tips look like. So, as you can see, this is dry and it can be picked for seeds. These are still fresh and blooming, and you can still cut them off and use them in cooking, or you can leave them on the plant till they're ready to be picked up for seeds. Up to you. Thank you for joining me today. Till next time, may your heart be in the garden and your garden be in your heart. Bye, everyone.